over here.
I'm good to go too.
Ready?
I'm all set up as well. I have everything I need. Right, so give me a recap of what happened last time, what our intrepid adventurers were up to.
I will start us off. This was a mistake. We went to see the hunter guy, right? We wanted to sell him the talons.
Yeah.
And we also wanted to see if sea monsters was things that be real. And he confirmed that they most certainly were. And he had some insight as to what type of sea monsters we might encounter. Grint also talked to an old man by the sea, who told him that there might be something like sirens near the great pools and to watch out for those. We also learned that the great pool... Okay, so what is it? Is it the great pool or the grand pool? Because you said both, and now I'm confused.
They both said it differently.
Oh, I see. So it's... Okay, that's fair. Anyways, moving right along. We found out that we could sell these things, though. He wasn't interested. He had lots of trophies already, and he wasn't in the market for no fucking rock talons. But we found that we could sell them to an alchemist, I think it was, right? The alchemist didn't have much gold on him, but he did have potions to trade. And we were like, shit, yeah, I love potions. So we did that. So, who wants to go next?
I will. We were preparing to... shortly after that, we spent a couple of days preparing to leave. Andarin got prepared in the only way he knows how to for a seafaring voyage, and spent several days completely wasted. And was stolen from, and luckily some of his belongings were recovered and returned to him. But then we prepared to set off, and we boarded the ship, and we met the other crew of adventurers who appear to take this entire adventuring thing a little bit less seriously than our troop does, dressing themselves in bed sheets and letting crazed people wreck everything.
I think you're being fairly judgmental, Esky.
Well, we're professionals, and these guys are like gold level amateurs. I don't understand it. Like, I guess maybe the wizard's better at wizarding than I think she is, but you know, who dresses in bed sheets and...
Yeah, that was very weird. I don't know. Maybe she's like one of those serial flashers that you always hear about.
Who knows? But we met them, conversed with them, and then we set off as soon as they were able to subdue their grunting friend.
Yeah, if I'm being straight up and down with you guys, I didn't write down any of their names. I'll always remember Grug. That's an easy one.
And perhaps the most important.
Yes.
I remember their names. Grug, Magnus, Mage Lady who wears bed sheets, and some other dude.
Yeah, I don't think that's her official name. I feel like that's what I'm gonna call her.
Alright, so you set off. What then?
Well, we spent a day at sea, getting underway, and through the night everything was fairly calm. And then in the morning, our industrious captain managed to run us ashore on something. And we decided to explore what that was. And it was a small, rocky outcropping with a cave on it. Anybody else want to take over?
Sure, I can
Explore
do
with
that.
bombs.
Yeah, we went down and we found this little area. We saw a crack in the floor, and we think there's something down in there. So we're trying to open it up in some way. We've so far been unsuccessful in doing so. But while setting up one of our experiments with bombs, we did kind of run into the local natives at the time, which for some reason weren't very friendly to our appearance and decided that they didn't like us very much. Wanted to
Yeah, they're
kill us.
racists, like they are. I'm
Yeah, you know,
convinced.
it's just why can't we all just get along? But
Mhm.
hey, it is what it is. So we had a little discussion with them, and they are all dead now.
But Grint and Braun did try to be culturally sensitive. I feel like, we were like, okay, well, maybe it's because their food's so shitty. So we tasted it and puked immediately, confirming that, yes, they are so angry because their food is nasty. It just happens.
Understandably so.
See, this is why McDonald's saves everybody.
I am not following your line of thought there at all.
If everybody just had a McDonald's, we wouldn't have these arguments because they wouldn't be so upset about their food being bad.
Well, fact of the day before we get started. Did you know that during the China Olympics, pretty much all the foreign Olympic athletes ate McDonald's because it wouldn't give them food poisoning?
Yeah. I heard something similar about Usain Bolt or whatever. Like when he was doing his training, he just ate McDonald's chicken nuggets and nothing else because he didn't trust like any other food source for the most part.
Because it's prepared extremely consistently, no matter where you are in the world.
Yeah.
Like their standards are the same everywhere. So
It's mediocre, but it's always mediocre. It's never bad.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
that. Well, all right. Yeah, you killed some natives, made some new friends.
Are we just like standing on the beach now? Is that our deal?
Right
we
now,
did-
yes, you're standing on the
No.
rocks after.
Well, we did run down and check. Remember, because I wanted to see how the
Oh yeah,
explosion did go off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Grint set it off trying to. What is he trying to do? Scare the.
No, it was
the
Braun, I
detective.
think, who
Yeah.
who.
It was
So Andarin like held or clenched his fist and then like opened them to make it seem like he was making the big booms. The fishmen were not buying it though.
And the boom also wasn't very big. I mean, it was big, just not from where you were. It was disappointing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I figured maybe like a rumble would spook them, because they're a bunch of smelly, superstitious fish people.
It's very rude.
They tried to kill us!
How do you know that they're not like the premier scientists of the ocean realm?
Well, because we probably wouldn't have won that fight if they had, because they'd have had like super science weapons. Okay then.
All right. Yeah, yeah. You probably got me there.
What did so I assume when we checked on the what do you call it the room that it was still not collapsed, right? Or the hole still wasn't blown open?
Correct, you did.
Yeah. So I think we came to the conclusion that whatever that room is made of down there, it's like blast resistant or something. It's like some type of magical stone. Because the cave was getting all scuffed up, but not the fucking room.
Yeah.
When you came back up as well, you also already looted the fishmen, so that is over and done with, and you received
Yeah.
everything that you wanted. And that's when you tried eating their kelp.
Yeah, it was nasty.
What was that metal sphere that you found on one of them?
I think it's some sort of device.
Is it magical at all?
And
Did we do
maybe
enough?
and maybe it has something to do with the crack in the floor.
Well, I was thinking that, like, maybe this thing is this shattered, or the pieces of shattered metal was one of these. Like, maybe it's an explosive device of some kind. I could do an Arcana check on it.
You technically just did that, so another check immediately will be taking a -5 penalty.
Oh, is that what my Arcana check was from last time?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it one more go. Here we go.
Unfortunately, you're still not sure if it's magical or not.
Fair enough.
Though your dwarven sense for metal tells you that this is a perfect sphere.
My
Such things are
God.
usually not possible without magic.
Gotcha.
And technically, I have it in my inventory. I don't know if you want to have it or if you want me to have it. Or
You can hang on to it. Honestly, I'm carrying a ton of shit right now, so. Also, I'm carrying the C4 bricks as well. So I don't want something that may be a magical grenade and C4 bricks on me at the same time. Just not a good combo overall.
the other question is what are they doing to get the ship free while we're doing this, or should we be helping do
Who
that?
knows? I mean, they're the ship people. We're the adventurers. We adventure, so we should
Sure.
adventure.
But I just want to make sure that when we come back out of this cave, that there's a ship there.
I mean, surely they wouldn't leave us. They need us to kill the sea monsters.
Well, considering that if we're not there, they get more of the share of the payment.
Assuming they don't get murdered horribly.
You
From
want me to
non-existent
go?
sea monsters?
God damn it, Braun.
Do you want me to go up top and tell them that we found something down here that may need a wizard's touch?
No, because then they're going to want part of the treasures.
Well,
I'm just saying, we've been doing pretty good on our own so far.
I think that might be a subjective term.
my question is, do we classify this crack in the floor as a door or not? Because then it's beyond our power.
I think that there has to be more than one way in there. We have only seen a little glimpse of one room. Perhaps there be other entrances.
Imagine if you were just really skinny and you could fit in.
Is it really that small? Or wide?
No, I mean, like, you'd have to be, like, really skinny, like pancake skinny.
Right.
If only we could
Here's
turn into a rat.
So here's the thing, right? I have an ability. No, I don't. Do I? Yes, I do. Called Meld into Stone. Right? So I'm wondering if that would allow me to meld into the stone and then pop out the other side.
Can't see what. Leave the stone where you entered it, which ends the spell. Otherwise, you cannot move.
Okay, so that's a no, because I have to come back out the way I came.
But if we found a stone laying on the ground that was small enough, and you
Okay, this is
I
getting-
could
no,
drop it down
don't-
in there.
I think it has to be the same size as me.
It has to be at least as large as him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, surface large enough to fully contain your body.
Yeah.
That
So
would-
at the minimum, it could be
Alright.
like a perfect statue of Grint. Would be
Mhm.
like the smallest things that could work.
I'm just trying to get the brain wheel moving a little.
It'd also be a sick disguise.
So yeah, I think we should look for a secondary entrance. Is what we should do. Either that or see if there's some pickaxes on the fucking ship. Maybe we should just go back to the ship and tell them. You know what? I'm liking this idea now.
What idea again?
Yeah. What's your thought, Bron?
What idea are you liking again?
Going back to the ship and conversing with
Oh.
people there.
Okay. That was Andarin's idea.
Yeah. Okay. So, are you okay with that, or?
My thought is I'd like to try to figure out if this orb does anything to that opening first before we go. I don't know what we would do to trigger that. Whether just holding it in my hand and thinking open. So I will try to do that real quick.
See, I just would like to interject there because the other ones seem to have exploded. So maybe holding a magic grenade clasped in your hand, not the best of ideas. I can only do so much healing wise. Yeah.
Right. So that I'm not going to throw it. I was just going to hold it in my hand and think the word open. Yeah, if that doesn't work, I'll put it back in my pack.
All right. You know what? You knock yourself out. Just don't kill yourself out.
Okay.
So if I hold it in my hand and think the word open, does anything happen?
No, nothing happens. However, when you are down in this room, as upon entering the room, the orb begins to grow warm in your hand.
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
I will relay that to them that this is happening.
I've already given you my answer.
You think we should leave? You think this is a bomb?
Do you not remember what happened the last time we had something similar happen like this? Remember the barrels of goo that it was like, oh, when we move it around, it vibrates. I wonder what'll happen if we keep going. And then I almost fucking died.
Yeah, but what are the odds of that happening twice?
Yeah, why don't you just keep going into that room then? Keep going. See what happens.
Okay. The orb slowly gets hotter and hotter until it's too hot for you to hold. So if you want to continue holding it, make a Constitution save.
I think you should throw it. You crazy son of a bitch.
Your hands are badly burned and you take D4 fire damage, but you do manage to continue holding on to it.
All right, so I will. So I can't put it in my back; it'll probably catch everything on fire. So I want to set it down on the ground real quick.
Okay. You set it down on the ground, and upon doing so, the orb begins to crack and rattle.
I will step away from the orb. By the way, how much damage did I take? I forget the
D4.
D4 fire damage.
D4. Okay.
Okay. After a few seconds, the orb shatters, and the shards are thrown outward around a circle from the center point.
Called it.
The shards land in a circle, a rough circle. They don't like merge together to create an actual metal circle. But where the shards are, the area in the center, in the middle of the circle, the stone begins to melt away, replaced by seawater, which drains out of the room through the crack. After a few moments, you are left with a hole in the ground that leads down to a pool of seawater. It is cold and dark looking. Can't see down it at all.
Now I'm confused. What the fuck just happened? So did it?
Let me take you to the famous drawing page.
Yeah. So was the thing near the crack? Was the explosive device near the crack? The orb, if you will.
Okay. One moment. Okay. Room.
Yep.
Entrance. Crack. Metal orb was there. Threw metal all around the room in a rough circle here, and it started to fill the room with water as the center area here melted away, and the water drained through here.
All right. So now there's what you call it? A big old fucking hole in the floor, though.
A pool.
All right. So Grint's gonna. I didn't really want to follow inside, so I'm kind of outside. Did I hear anything? Did this thing make a noise when it blew up?
Like it sounded like shattering glass. That was it.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna come investigate that then.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have so many questions, Ryan. I'm just like, where did the water come? Or so the water drained out completely, though. You're telling me, so just a hole, but there's water in the hole.
Yeah, as if the room below was filled with it. Yes.
Yeah, starting to see that. Grint's gonna kind of just walk over, and I'm gonna take my axe. I'm just kind of like gonna try and measure how deep that water is. Just kind of, get down as much as I can.
Yeah. Well, you can't find the bottom. It continues going down.
I see. That's bad. I might have a minor idea. 1 second. Yeah. Hold up. No, never mind. This isn't going to work. I was going to try to destroy water, but it only destroyed 10 gallons at a time, which, while a sizable amount, I imagine there's much, much more of it in that room.
Yeah, because of the way volume works, 10 gallons is actually not an awful lot. You'd remove like maybe a few inches.
Yeah, that's what I figured. All right, it's time for the tried and true light rock. So I grab a rock, I cast light on it, and I toss it on in.
You grab a small pebble off of the ground and you cast light on it, holding up your holy symbol. And the rock takes on a holy white light, shining brightly in the dark cave. And you just drop it on in. The rock slowly floats down further and further until it rounds a bend and is out of sight.
What the fuck? Is there a room down there or not? Now I'm confused.
It seems like it's a continuation of the tunnel, with this just being a stone cap put over it.
Right? But it's weird because that thing down there looked like a legit room, he said, or I thought he said, not just like more tunnel. Did I hear that wrong? Did I misinterpret what you said?
I didn't say directly that it looked like a room. I said that it looked like there was space down there that you could move about in.
Okay. But is there water in the crack?
There is now.
But there wasn't before.
Correct. Not as far as you could see anyways, but your view was not very good.
The fuck? That's confusing. Well, I'm wearing plate armor, not the best swimmer, if I'm being honest.
Well, and plus the fact that we determined that the crack was magical in some way.
Is that what we determined?
Yeah. That there was some magic afoot. We didn't know anything detailed.
Right. I think it might be that the stone covering, not the crack itself, the stone covering here was magical, which is obvious because we dropped that thing on it and it erased the stone. So yeah, I think it was some type of magic fuckery. The question is, what do we do now?
Yeah, do we care at this point, or are we just like, we're good?
I ain't going down no fucking sea cave. That's not happening.
So, what skill do we use for swimming? Just
I think that's
trying to see.
athletics, right?
It falls under athletics, correct?
I have a pretty good athletics.
I could give you. Hold up. Yeah, we could prep for this. Honestly, I'd kind of like to do a rest before we do something like this because my spell slots are not looking great.
And we have a lot of rope still, so we could always tie some rope to me just in case I need to be yanked out.
Yes, that would be good for navigation. Well, and navigation, like if you don't get turned around down there.
So what are you doing?
Yeah, are we going to go rest on the ship, or are we going to continue exploring? What do you guys want to do?
Well, my only worry is that we don't know how long this deletion of the stone is going to last.
Ooh, a very good point. Because there was one in here already shattered, and then this shit grew back or was replaced, perhaps. So,
Right. So was it replaced by one of them, or was it
a timed effect? Yes.
Yeah. Because I'd hate to see Braun go down, only to have it seal up after a 5-minute timer or something.
Well, taking a rest would help alleviate that worry, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think we should check back with the ship and take a rest if we can. That seems like our smart play right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we don't get left, so we let's let them know that we might be looking at some stuff if they before they leave. Let us know.
Yeah.
You can head back to the ship.
Most def.
You leave the cavern and make your way back to the ship through the thick mists. Once you're in hearing distance of the ship, you hear that there is shouting going on.
Oh shit, they might be getting attacked by sea people. I hurry up even more.
You decide that you're going to take things a bit quicker as you run across the rock towards the ship. As you reach the base of the ship, two fishmen. There's a loud zapping sound and the smell of ozone as three fishmen are blown off the top of the ship and go flying into the
Holy
water.
shit.
On. It seems pretty quiet now, but there is talking on deck. As far as you can tell, there's no way up the ship.
I'm gonna
kind of jumped off.
I'm just gonna shout up, "Hello!"
Nobody responds to you, but a sailor does peer over the side, and he drops down a rope ladder for you to climb on.
You're supposed to say ahoy.
Fucking.
This ship stuff.
Now I'll let you worry about the ship stuff. I'm gonna climb the ladder.
You climb the ladder to the deck of the ship, and here it's messy. However, most of the sailors are not injured. There are only a few injured sailors. One of them is laying on the ground with a very nasty-looking injury, but most of them just seem to have cuts and bruises. It seems like the fishman sustained the majority of the casualties here. Oh my fucking god! I gotta answer this. I'm expecting something important.
Okay.
Becoming a little messy.
Just a salesman.
Boo. So how many sailors are injured exactly?
3 or 4, with injuries worth actually treating.
Okay, I will use Cure Wounds on 3 of them.
Okay. You immediately go and you start healing the sailors, and the captain is appreciative for your help, as he is currently the one trying to touch up their injuries.
Oh,
He leaves them to your expertise.
tell you what, before that then, I would like to do some medicine rolls to see if I even need to bother using the Cure Wounds. How about that?
Okay, sure.
Do we do 3 medicine rolls?
I'll let you do 1.
Hmm.
Most of them probably won't need more than some bandages and maybe some sort of salve or something. But one of them could use this spell. Yes, he took. Seems like he took a spear through the side.
Okay, I'm
He's
gonna give
not
him Cure Wounds then. What the shit? Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Yes, you cast your healing spell upon the injured sailor, and after a few moments, it seals up, and he prods his side experimentally, and he thanks you and stands up.
No problem.
Most of the other sailors are either looking around the ship for more damage, or they are looking and searching the bodies of the fishmen before tossing them overboard.
Oh, I'd like to inquire. I go, hey, if you guys find any metal spheres, let me know. Well, they're important. We need them.
One of the sailors acknowledges that, and it seems like they are keeping an eye out for them, but they haven't found any yet.
I would like to help and investigate for such then.
An eye out for them, but
Okay, sure.
they haven't found any yet. You search the fishmen, but in truth, it's a little bit tough, as some of them have been burned to a crisp and they're shriveled.
Yeah.
One of them looks like he was dried out. It's a hard thing to explain, as if all the moisture is just removed from his body. He looks like a dried
Jesus
fish you find at the market
Christ.
almost.
That's horrific.
Oh, fish
And
jerky.
but most of what you find is just the same kelp as before. Occasionally, you find a few like brightly colored pebbles. That's about it. Mostly just junks, some shells, things like that.
See, you just made me think about something. Is that what would happen if you cast Destroy Water on a person or a fish person? Like, how the fuck does that work? Because 70% of the human body is water or some shit, right? You just lose 10 gallons of water. That person's fucking dead.
Well, it is an attended item at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, partway through searching these fishmen, you actually bump into Grug, who, as soon as you finish searching one of the fishmen and you move to toss it overboard, he instead swoops in and slices off its fins before putting them in a bag.
And I'm just like, Krog, what the shit?
Grug makes soup.
Oh, with the fins.
It's soup.
All right.
Is like, how sentient are they? Are these shark people considered? And isn't eating sentient beings kind of a bit taboo?
I mean, just fins, you know?
That's up
It's
to
like
you
eating the
to decide.
toes. This is a big fucking deal.
Yeah, they're fish dudes.
Mm-hmm. And you eat fish, so I mean, come on. It'd be like if the fish people ate monkeys or some shit, you know? It's like, whatever. They're not people.
Okay. So that's interesting thought.
So, moving right along.
You continue looting the fish as Grug kind of follows behind you, slicing off the fins one at a time. Of course, some of them aren't usable, as they are zapped or stabbed or sliced. and various other things. But once all the fishmen are tossed off the deck, the sailors begin cleaning it off.
Right on. So I'm going to look for the captain.
Right. The captain is talking with the rest of the adventurers, of course, minus Grug,
Right.
who is currently searching for a cast iron pot.
So yeah, I approach the captain and I ask him, how long do you think we're going to be landlocked here?
Oh, as soon as the tides come in, we're planning to leave.
How long will that be?
Hard to say out in these mists. Perhaps a few hours.
Okay.
So if we take a rest, we'll be probably on our way when we're done.
Yeah, because it's like, what, 8 hours for a full rest?
Yep. Which I'm not sure I'm not okay with, you know what I'm saying? I don't see any evidence that there's really anything to be going looking for.
I mean, there could be treasure in them there caves, and we've already, figured out how to get... I think we should... Like, it wouldn't be much of a risk to tie a rope around Braun, me buff you to give you superior swimming, and you just looking around look like... I'll also give you what could I give you? Maybe like a stick or something that has light cast on it so you can see down there.
We can do that. But I'm not too worried about doing a full clear, as it were.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can go take a quick look and just see what the heck's going on down there.
Yeah, I think it's worth a shot. Let's do it. So we'd like to grab our 300-foot rope. And I asked the captain for like a... Let me check the spell real quick. What is it?
I think it's 298 feet right now.
Okay, let's see. No longer than 10 feet in any dimension. So yeah, I can ask him for like a would be a solid item to turn into a fucking flashlight. Wait, Braun has swords, doesn't he?
No, he's been using sticks the entire time.
Yeah, I could just light up
Timbo.
Braun's fucking sword. That way, if he needs to stab anything, he's already got it in his fucking hand and he's just ready to go. Yeah, I'll light up his sword when we get down there.
Okay. So you're going to leave the ship and head over?
Yeah, I explained to the captain that we found something worth exploring, look like, and that I asked him not to leave without us.
Well, I'll try, but as soon as we're ready to go, we're going to be headed out, with or without you. So make sure you're back in 2-3 hours just to be safe.
Okay, we will do that.
As you prepare to leave the ship as well, Laurentius approaches you.
Oh.
My fellows, where are you headed off to? Find something interesting on the island, perhaps?
We did, actually.
Oh, very nice. Some sort of treasure.
Well, we hope so, but we don't know just yet.
Perhaps some sort of evil fishman lair?
Possibly?
That seems the most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you could use some of our assistance.
Well, perhaps we could.
Yeah, how long can you hold your breath?
Funny that you should ask. I've held my breath personally for over 20 minutes.
What?
Of
Really?
course, it wasn't on purpose, but I still did it.
What do you mean it wasn't on... What the hell did you do?
Nothing.
I don't understand.
Did you just forget to breathe for 20 minutes, or what was going on? I'm very concerned.
He just stares at you, grinning.
It just... What is that? The grin is horrified. He doesn't know what to fucking say. Like, no, you know what? I think we're good. It's just, we're just gonna go. Catch you later. The
Yeah.
fuck?
I try to maintain eye contact for a few moments, but it unnerves me and I look away.
Okay.
Grint, I'm not so sure I like these people.
That's all right. I mean, the rest of them seem nice, but that guy's kind of fucking weird.
Okay. As you leave, okay. Everything is fine. Nothing is unusual at all. The ship is they're undergoing minor repairs. It seems like a few things got bashed up by the fishmen. But that seems to be about it. They haven't lost any meaningful supplies. Grug found his cook pot like he was looking for, and you can hear the captain yelling at him for starting a fire on deck. That's about it. You return to the caves, carefully stepping over the rocks, and careful not to slide into the water now that you know what dangers might lurk beneath. At the entrance of the cave, you note that the bodies of the fishmen are gone, even though you did not remove them. It's a bit odd.
I'm sorry, could you run that one last bit past me again? I was reading a spell description.
The bodies of the fishmen are gone, but you weren't the ones that got rid of them.
Right, okay,
Bit
so
odd.
more fishermen came and took them. Or animals ate them, who knows? Is there
be
any
numbers.
blood
They
being
were
dragged? Like there must be some sign of which way they were dragged or some shit, right?
Yeah, it seems as if they were all dragged into the water.
Okay, I was terrified you were going to say into the fucking cave. That's fine. They can get dragged into the water. I don't give a shit. Well, I think we should go back to our mission. Save as much time as possible. Just be quick about this. Bron, are you ready to jump into that murky deep?
Let's do this.
I asked Bron if I can touch his sword.
Well, sure.
I cast light on his sword, and I said, this should be helpful. Hey, can I have 2 instances of light going at a time?
Say concentration on the spell.
It does not, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Oh, it's right there, actually. Yeah, it does not say concentration. It says casting time 1 action, range, touch. That's it.
If you touch one object, oh yeah, duration 1 hour, I guess. So yeah, you can touch more than one object.
All right, I will touch both of his swords. You know, that'll make him real easy to see. I mean, it'll be really easy for him to see in the dark.
Great. You touch both of his swords, though it will be very hard for him to swim with them out. You light up the whole sword,
Right,
so he will still be able to see by
like,
the
just,
by the
he'll
hilt.
only hold one, but, you know, just in case he's got one, you know, he's easy to look back and stuff.
Correct.
Besides, once I buff him up strength-wise, he'll be all set.
All right.
So, I am going to be giving him... Let's see. It's bull strength? Yes, I'll be giving him bull strength. And that lasts for up to 1 hour as long as I have my concentration.
Correct.
That gives me advantage on strength checks.
Right, as well as any checks that are tied to strength, like athletics, for example.
All right. I'll tie myself off and jump in.
Did we went for the healing potions, didn't we?
I don't know. Check your inventory
did,
for
yeah.
whoever's holding them.
We did, yeah. They both got them. I wish we'd done like one healing, one water breathing now, but whatever, it happens.
All right. You're going to need to make 2 rolls here. First one is going to be your athletics, of course, and your second one is going to be your constitution for how long you can stay underwater without needing to breathe.
Thank goodness.
Begin swimming down, and you make good time. But you as you start approaching the bend that you can clearly see, when the passage turns, unfortunately the pressure is a little bit too much for you and you are forced to come back up. You couldn't hold your breath any longer while swimming with all that armor and those heavy weapons.
I need to dump
Alright.
the armor.
Or I just take a big deep breath and prepare myself and try again.
Sure. Oh, I'll
Sure.
give him. I would like. Hold on. I don't think I can do that. I think guidance is a concentration thing.
I
Yeah,
think
you
you're
don't-
correct.
And you don't want to drop your concentration right now. Yeah.
Exactly, because he needs. Yeah. So no. I'll
Great.
let him keep the strength.
All right, I'll take a minute and catch my breath and take a big deep one and try again. Roll the same rolls.
Yep, make the same set of rolls. Right. Your swimming isn't quite as solid this time, but you also have a lot longer that you feel like you can stay under.
Not exerting himself as much, so he's pacing it out and it's working.
Mm-hmm. You make it past this bend, and you see in the distance of this passage there is actually light, a soft glowing blue light further down. And it seems to be coming from above, as if there is another room that this water pool empties out into.
Oh shit!
Can I press on to try and get into that room?
Sure, make another athletics. You get close, but not close enough. Make another Constitution save. You are running out of breath at this point. Right. If you wanted to, you can make it to this room, but there's no way you're going to be able to go back with what you have right now.
I mean, you can only press forward, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's either go forward or not at all.
I'll go forward.
Okay. You press forward, your rope continuing to trail behind you. And after what seems like a long time swimming, but is actually only a few dozen feet, you make it out of the passage into this new room.
Okay, what do I see?
In this room, there is a small altar and dozens of large, like melon-sized white orbs. And there are lots of these.
White orbs. Are they like the silver polished balls before, or are they just white?
No, they're a white, more of an off-white than a true white.
Are they the what's giving off the light?
No. What's giving off the light is a small, seems almost like a lantern that is being hung above. It's like a combination between a fountain and a lantern that's being hung above this altar. The altar is made out of stone. It has carvings all over it, though no specific depictions. It's swirling patterns and wavy lines. It is currently sitting between what is left of the jaws of some mighty sea creature. I got another call to take. What do you think about that?
I don't think there's going to be any treasure in here.
That's assuming that those off-white things you saw aren't pearls, which they might be.
Sure.
I'm returned. So that's what you see.
Question is,
All right.
how many of those things can you carry?
Well, with my bull strength, I can carry twice as much as normal.
That's fair then.
Yeah, but while swimming,
Indeed.
We'll see. So I'm going to search around to see if I can find anything. So just do a general perception check. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking for yet.
Sure, go for it. Upon searching around the room, you confirm that it is definitely empty, and nobody else is here.
All right, I'll take a look at one of these white orbs. Do they appear to be kind of like pearls or something else?
All right. Are you going to touch one of them?
I am going to touch one of them.
Right. You grab one of the orbs and you touch it and you pick it up, and it is slightly warm. Though otherwise it doesn't seem unusual.
Oh.
Slightly warm.
Mhm.
So
Like lukewarm, would you say?
Yeah. Milk that you've let sit out for like 8 hours.
now if I move towards the exit of the room, does it change in any way?
No, seems the same.
I'd like to do an Arcana check on it.
Okay. Since you are not magical yourself, you cannot detect the magical energies, so it's hard for you to say.
And how many of these were? I'm just asking. How many of them were there in total?
Probably by bronze guess, anywhere from a few dozen to a few hundred.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's lots of them. The room is full of them. They're piled along the edges, basically.
They're not like hanging from the walls or anything, are they?
No, they are not.
They're just.
So what I would do, we'll tie off the rope to the altar, put one in my one hand, and follow along the rope to swim back to the rest of the group.
So, hang on. So what exactly are you doing?
So I'm tying the rope off. All right, so
Okay.
And then I'm going to take one with me and swim back to the group so I can show it to
If
them.
you if you tug on the rope, we will tug you back. Or we will start pulling to assist you. I mean,
Right, but there's a bit of... The problem I have is if I don't tie off the rope, then we all have to swim back in here if we want to all come in here, and the rope would help us get through there.
oh, you want us to come over? Is what you're
Well,
saying?
I don't know. I don't know if that's what we want to decide to do or not. I want to come back with that orb and see what it, see if we can figure out what it is, because somebody else might have some. I'm the one person that doesn't have any arcana or magical abilities, so it's hard for me to tell
Fair
if
enough.
it's
All right.
magical or not.
Okay. I can't say anything else because I'm not there. So whatever's up to you. What are you
Right,
gonna do?
so, and I'm thinking about tying it off the rope, but then again, maybe I don't. Think for a second here. Or I'll just grab one and swim back without tying the rope off, because I can always swim back in here if I need to, and do that if we decide that. So I'm just going to come back with the orb. So this athletics and constitution to swim back.
Correct. Right. This time you are able to make it in one straight shot, as climbing with the assistance of the rope and swimming at the same time is much easier than trying to simply swim.
All right, I'll get out of the pool and I will ask Grint if he would like to take a look at what I found in there, and I will show him the orb.
Okay, Grant's gonna hold this in his hands,
Okay.
and he's gonna tap it a little bit.
You tap it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now I'm going to do a nature check.
Okay.
Do I think this is an egg?
Yes.
Yeah. This is an egg. This is absolutely an egg. Most likely a fish person egg.
So omelet?
What? No, it's just. Damn it! Don't you see what's happening? This island is like the fish people's homes, and we killed a bunch of them, and now we've stolen a fucking child. Like this isn't. It's not great, you guys.
Let's
Fishy
take
yellow
it
alert
with
right
us
now.
back to the ship.
Why would we do that? Do you want them all to chase us?
Our job is to kill them, right?
Is it, though? Is this a sea monster?
I mean,
Oh.
they're the ones raiding ships, and we're to put an
Hmm.
end to the raiding of ships.
Oh, Grant is struggling with this ethically. Hold on a second. I mean, how big
If
was
we-
that room?
Quite large. 2 or 3 times as large as the room that you are in right now.
Yeah, that ain't that big. Not for bricks of C4, it's not.
Oh, so taking one with us to the ship is bad, but
Well,
Genocide.
This is the thing, is that you raise a good point. We are supposed to stop the ship attacks, and I'm just saying I'm looking for more of a final solution rather than maintenance. You know what I mean?
You're searching for a final solution.
Finalized, if you will.
we could just go get the mage, save our C4, and have her fireball the entire room.
Don't we have like 2 more crates of this shit? I'm just carrying around one. Yeah, I think we have a whole nother pack of this. 'Cause we bought 2 crates, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 bricks left on me. That should be more than enough to blow the shit out of that room.
Well, my main thing is like getting everything set up correctly. To
How do
do
we
that.
set it off without being in the
Right.
room?
I was considering this as well.
I mean, we
We would
could
need
do
some
what we
type
did
of
before.
time
but
device.
Yeah.
Nah,
could-
nah.
we would
nah,
lose
that
the
would-
rope.
We would lose part of the rope at best.
I mean, like if we ran into a nest of spider eggs, we would have no compunction with killing them. So
But I mean, he raised a good point. Like these things attack ships, they kill people. Like, we have an opportunity here to strike a serious blow to them. And since diplomatic relations have clearly already broken down, we cannot coexist. That's clear. So, how do we set this up?
well, we could always do what we did before. That's a known way of doing it.
Yeah, but I don't. There's got to be some type of. Oh, I got it. Let me see. Oh, I don't got it. Damn it! I didn't have it prepared.
You said what you want to do. I'm gonna go handle the dog and some stuff very
Dude.
fast.
I don't think it'll matter because I didn't have the spell prepared, and you can't cast it as a ritual either. Yeah, Glyph of Warding is what I had. I'm sorry, not Glyph of. No, that is it.
We need to invent fuses.
Well, that's just it. With Glyph of Warding, I have a fuse. I can, with Glyph of Warding, you can set it to do pretty much anything to trigger the glyph. And then I can pick explosive runes, I think. Correct. I can do explosive runes. When triggered, the glyph erupts with magical energy in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on the glyph. The sphere spreads around corners, etc., etc. Every creature in the aura must make a dexterity saving throw or take 5d8 acid, or lightning, or fire, or thunder, etc. So any of these could easily set off the C4 shit. I just didn't have it prepared. I had Dispel Magic and Water Walking prepared instead. And it can't be cast as a ritual, so...
Wait, water walking? Would that have
I
helped?
thought maybe we needed it. I don't fucking know. There was, what if Grant falls overboard? What?
Is water walking where you walk on the water, or you can breathe underwater, or what? I mean, I didn't know.
Unfortunately, you cannot breathe, but you can. So you can move across any surface. I'll just link it so you can read it. But basically, like if Grant fell overboard, because he's shitty at swimming and wears like really, really heavy armor, this would be like a last ditch effort in case I roll like a fucking 1 on my don't die in the water roll, you know? Basically, right. If you're submerged and you cast it, the person, as you see at the bottom, they ascend at 60 feet per round, which would be nice.
Right. So I just wanted to make sure that wasn't something that would have helped me, but because I know there were two.
Oh no!
From before, there were two different spells. One of them would help swimming, and one would help with walking on. So.
Right. Yeah, I think I get water breathing next level. Don't have it yet.
Right.
Or not next level, next time we get spells, which is... I don't know which level.
So, do we think we have to default back to our old way, or can we think of a different solution?
Or we could just spend a few minutes popping the eggs, but you know.
I mean, just crushing them? Oh, that's dirty work. That's out of sight, out of mind.
What path of decision have you decided upon?
I'm not really certain.
Really tempted to just go get the wizard.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I mean, just 2 quick spells or something. She'll pop every egg and we can leave.
Well, we know she has casted a ton of spells on the fishmen, so she might not even have any spells left.
I don't know. Maybe they don't want us attacking the eggs anyway. We should go consult with them.
That's an idea. Yeah, I would be interested to see what they say, because I mean, we're looking at, you know, killing all their kids. That might rile them up and make them even more vicious, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe we could just be removing an entire generation of fishmen, and of course, who knows? Maybe they lay like 300 eggs at a time. We're basically just spitting into the wind.
Anyways, I think it is something we should consult others about first.
Yeah, all right. I'm okay with that.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way to the ship.
Sounds good to me.
Hey.
So what exactly are you doing?
We're going to go to the ship and tell everybody that we found a clutch of eggs. So that, you know, basically we okay the genocide with everyone else.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our plan. We should bring the egg back and show them as well.
You grab the egg with you and you prepare to return to the ship. The ladder down from the ship is still there when you arrive, so you can go right up that if you want to.
I do.
Ditto.
You'll climb up onto the ladder, back onto the deck. And you're greeted with the smell of smoke and something else. It seems that Grug is near the front of the ship right now, sitting with a few sailors around his steaming, boiling pot.
Hmm. Let's consult with the captain first. I think he'll have the best insight on this. So where's the captain at?
Captain is in his cabin.
I'd like to approach his cabin and knock on the door.
You approach the cabin and you knock on the door. The captain himself opens the door to let you in. He was sitting and looking at his maps.
I say, hey, Captain, we need your insight on something.
Hey, what's the issue?
So these fishmen, we found a room with maybe hundreds of eggs in it. Fishmen eggs. I show him the egg. These things right here.
He looks at it and immediately tells you, "That's not a fishman egg, my friends."
What the hell is it?
really?
He just shrugs. I don't know. It's not a fishman egg, though.
How can you be so sure? I assume you've seen them?
He nods. Aye, they're much smaller than that. That's quite a large egg for any kind of creature.
Really? I'm sorry. Is this thing like ostrich-sized or something?
Like I said
Ostrich-sized.
before, it's roughly melon-sized.
Melon-sized. Okay, like watermelon or
Like a large cantaloupe, perhaps.
okay, large cantaloupe then. Okay. Really, fishman eggs are smaller than that. That's weird. Huh. Hmm. Now I'm real confused as to what we should do. You said there was the remains of like a giant. See, fuck, I wasn't there for that though. But I don't know how much Bron told us either. So yeah, actually, I'm gonna ask Bron more about the room he found these in, and I'm going to relay the information that this is not fishman eggs. This is something entirely different.
Not fishman eggs?
No. Apparently, fishman eggs are much smaller than this. This is something big.
Well, if I believed in sea monsters.
God damn it, Braun. How big was that tunnel he was in? Like, seriously, what were the dimensions of that tunnel?
It's 12 feet in diameter all around.
That's
It's a
not
good way
very
to-
big.
Well, here's how we can find out what it is. Let's crack
You
the
wanna-
sucker open.
You want to crack it open. Oh, boy. Man, that's all we need is baby sea monster guts on our fucking ship, and then mama sea monster smells it, and then she's like, oh, boy, you done fucked up now.
We could consult the other adventurers. Maybe Grug knows a recipe for this particular beast.
I don't think that's all. Oh, wow. Okay. I do like the idea of consulting them, though. Who was like the leader of their group? It was the
Laurentis, the grinning man, I believe.
yeah. I don't know if I want to talk to him or not. I'll also ask the sailors. You know, like basically, yeah, we're just gonna like take this to every person on board and ask them if they know what kind of egg this is.
Okay. I was just going to talk to everyone. Make some kind of rolls here, I guess, like investigation.
Sure.
Okay, so you talk to everyone. Does this include the adventurers or mostly just sailors and Grug who you see standing around?
Whoever we see standing around, yeah.
So first you go to the sailors and Grug. Sailors don't know what it is, but one of them speculates it must be something large because of the size of the egg. Grug just shrugs but says he'll cook it if you want him to.
No.
And none of the other sailors really know what it is. They postulate like maybe it's some kind of like horrifying giant shark or some kind of tentacled beast or just a really really big shark man or something. So none of them really have any idea. They've never seen this before.
Mm-hmm. The problem we run into is like there's so many questions, right? Like if the hole wasn't that big, like if this was something huge, it wouldn't have fit in that
Right.
that room, right?
But maybe the fishermen are taking them down there to protect them, like a
Nursery or something. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I can't imagine why they'd put them out of the water then, though. Like it just doesn't add up. Nothing makes sense.
There's only one way to find out what's in these eggs, man.
I almost agree with you. I kind of want to crack it open at this point. Not on the boat, like on land. And make sure you don't get any of the juice on you or anything. Yeah, let's do this. I am okay with this now. Curiosity is really getting the better of me. So let's go down there and oh boy. Yeah. So Grant is going to take the egg and he's going to start heading back to the island.
You grab the egg and you prepare to head back to the island. You hop off the ship, move back on the rocks. So, where are you going? You just want to crack it open right here on the rocks?
No, on the island. Away from the water.
You move, I mean, water's all around you, but you move away from the water as much as you can to a central point on this little rock outcropping.
Well, no, I want to get on the island.
There's not an awful lot of island here. It's mostly just like surface level rocks that you step through.
Oh, I thought there was like a beach and then... Really?
No.
Wait, then where's the cave at?
It's on the other side of this large, like, outcropping of rocks, basically.
Let's go in the cave, then.
You go into the cave, returning to the room that you were in originally.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm like, Brian, you want to do the honors on this, or...
Sure. Let's crack the bad boy open.
Just like use the hilt of your sword or something.
All right. Let's do it. Do I need to make a roll for this?
Yes, actually, make a strength.
Still have advantage on strength checks, right?
Yep.
Okie dokie, you are unfortunately unable to crack the egg open with your sword.
Really?
Let me spit in my hands and wind up and try that again.
Holy shit, that means we probably wouldn't even broken these damn things open with the explosives. They must be hard as stone or some shit.
Alright, this time, with a little bit of effort, you do, however, manage to make cracks appear in the eggshell.
Do I need to try again, or is it something with that crack we could pry open?
Nothing you could pry open, though it is clearly weaker there. It's like a spider web crack.
All right, I'll hit it again.
Make another strength.
Is mediocre rolls today.
Right?
Fortunately, this one is somewhat easier to do because it is already cracked. And as such, you crack open the egg.
I hope it's not an eldritch horror.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to see tentacles.
What do we see?
I'm expecting a serpent of some kind.
Whatever it is not very well developed, as you get some like salty yolk that spills out of the cracked egg. That seems to be about it.
Fuck, I was afraid of that. Just don't get it on your hands.
And can I do a nature
Ron will
check?
have to do a sleight of hand if he wants to avoid getting it on himself in any way.
You might want to do that.
Forgot to turn off that.
And I always take the number on the left. Yeah, you managed to kind of avoid, as you crack the shell open, you've kind of faced away from you and avoid spilling any yolk on yourself. But sure, you can go ahead and make a nature check if you want.
You're saying that it was acidy?
It was not acidy. It's just that Grint was
Salty.
saying you might not want to get any on you.
Yeah.
You don't really know anything else about this egg. That doesn't give you any clues. All that you know is that it would have to be a large beast for an egg of this size.
Hmm. What I'm thinking is that maybe the shark men use a certain type of animal as like a mount or something, like a giant seahorse or maybe even a giant shark or something that they ride on. Maybe that's why they bring the eggs here. Although again, that just doesn't make sense why they would bring the eggs here.
The altar is also. Why is there an altar in the jaw of a sea serpent? Remember there was a...
see, you didn't tell us that part, Braun. What the fuck are you talking about?
Now.
What's sea serpent, Braun?
Okay. There is an altar, and the altar was placed inside the jaws of a large thing.
Define thing, Braun.
Well, since it's just the jaws, it's kind of really hard to say, but I would imagine some sort of sea serpent of some kind.
I'm sorry, sea serpent, like a sea monster. Would you say, Braun? Was that what kind of vibe you were getting?
Yeah, a sea monster could probably just barely squeeze through that passageway, maybe, but be long.
Oh shit! Wait, but maybe the thing died there? No, the altar. The fishman would have brought it there. None of this adds up. It's still weird. What do we do? So
We just killed the egg of one of their gods.
or something. Yeah, but we did it where no one saw it, and we'll dispose of the evidence. I'm sure something will slurp this up and eat it or something, right? Who cares?
Yeah, let's dispose of the evidence. I'm gonna pick up the egg and toss it into the water.
I'm kind of curious about this shell though. Like Grint would like to touch the shell itself and see why is it so hard? Like how thick is it?
The shell is very thick. The shell is a few inches thick, and it seems to be more of a like a clamshell material than a proper eggshell.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, I'm gonna do a nature check off that. See if I know there's any type of animal that has like a clamshell egg thing.
Okay. The closest thing you can think of are like rock crabs that live in the hills.
Rock crabs?
Mm-hmm. They're crabs that over time gradually build up minerals on their shells, and it makes them very, very tough. Although unfortunately, if they don't have enough food and they don't get big, then they just accumulate too many minerals and they can't move. But rock crabs with a good enough food source get very, very large and very, very hard to kill.
No shit. These how big are we talking exactly? Like how big could it be?
Like the largest of rock crabs?
Mhm.
Oh, dozens of feet in diameter.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that makes sense then. But they couldn't be like the size of a mountain.
No, not quite that large.
Okay. Gotcha. So, like, if there was this misty place, where people just ran into random rocks, it wouldn't be because there were giant fucking crabs that just moved around that were the size of the mountains. That couldn't happen.
Probably not, but you've also never seen a rock crab with that much room to grow, since they usually live in the tunnels.
Yes, that's true, I guess. Okay, moving right along. So I relay this information that these could possibly be rock crab eggs.
Similar, not the same. Rock crabs have actual rocks surrounding their eggs because their eggs build it up, just like the crabs do.
Oh,
This one is more
okay.
of a pearl structure.
Okay, never. Well, I relayed the information anyway, saying it's very similar.
My thinking is that if it was a sea serpent egg, that they would want to be laid in water, not piled up on the ground, because then the sea serpent wouldn't be able to get to the water when they hatched.
Right, exactly. This is my thinking as well, which means that. But again, we found them in an altar room, which means the fishmen brought them there for a reason. Maybe it was because they only hatch in water, and if they're too dry, they won't hatch. You know what I mean? And that's why they're like, yeah, we just don't want all these guys hatching at once. Maybe we only bring one every once in a while. That's my thinking. Did we tie the fucking rope? Did you tie the rope off? Was that what you did? Or did we?
I did not.
Okay, you didn't. Okay. I don't feel like we have enough time to investigate this personally. I think we've kind of run enough loose threads here, and we just gotta haul ass out of here now.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the upside to dealing with this too much more.
Yeah, I mean, like it'd be one thing if we checked out the altar. Maybe it was magic. Maybe there was something we could do. But we've just spent so much time. We don't know when the ship's gonna leave.
We could take one with us as a pet.
We already broke one, and I don't think it'd be a good idea to hang around anymore. I think we should get back on the ship and wait, and just go about our business.
All right, let's pretend we didn't see anything.
Agreed. So yeah, we're just gonna go back to the ship now. How do you feel about that, Andarin?
I think that's probably for the best.
All right then.
So let's chuck the rest of the egg in the ocean and wash our hands of it.
You toss the rest of the egg into the ocean. It sinks quite rapidly. And you head back to the ship. Upon returning to the ship, it seems as if they are making the final preparations to leave. The captain on deck welcomes you back. Welcome back, eh? We're about to be leaving. Good, excellent timing on your part. If you want to, you can enjoy the soup that some of your fellows made over there.
Yeah, I could do some soup.
Yeah, I'll enjoy some as well.
Everyone is sitting, not everyone, but the other adventuring party and several of the sailors are sitting forward on the deck, eating some soup that Grug has made. Grug is still stirring the pot and occasionally throwing things in.
Define things.
Occasionally, he'll remove a small like jar or like you know what these are, but most others don't. Grind. It's a recent dwarven invention called a can.
Okay.
Dwarves have been using them to store food for long distances. It's actually a sort of a revolutionary thing.
Right.
And occasionally he'll take out
We
a can
discussed this, I believe.
and he'll pry it open and throw some dust or a few twigs of something in to the stew before continuing to stir.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have some. Fuck it.
All right, you have some of this stew. Make a Constitution save.
Excellent.
Oh boy.
No problem. Here comes my big old dwarven belly. It can take anything.
Okay. Both of you managed to keep this stew down, but it is extremely spicy.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and the sailors and the other adventuring party, they're all enjoying it as well. And everybody except Magnus has watery eyes and sniffly noses, but it's actually delicious. It's one of those things where it's like, help, I can't stop eating it, but you know.
I know
you should.
exactly what you mean. Yes.
Yeah. And so everyone is
I
just
guess-
shoveling the stew into their mouths. Grug seems to still be displeased with it, as every once in a while he takes a sip and tosses more something or other in.
I guess I should eat
Ever
some
the
too.
perfectionist.
In addition to this, you okay, for the next 24 hours, you have a -2 to your constitution, but a +2 to all other attributes.
Oh, okay.
So mark that in your temporary section somewhere. And just remember to change
where's
it
the
back.
temporary?
wherever you'll remember it.
I just use one of my bio pages sections.
I'm just going with flaws, I guess.
And everybody who eats the soup should mark that down.
All right.
Grug also speaks up. Good soup always make you feel better. Grug like, however, weak men not hold soup so good. And as he says this, a sailor goes bug-eyed and runs over to the side of the deck where he proceeds to throw up several times.
How unfortunate.
So this is the shark person fin soup. You can
Correct.
almost taste the sentience. This is
You
opening.
still on about that?
This is opening my eyes to a whole new set of ingredients.
Oh, what? No. No. It's just because they're part fish, you see.
I don't know. Seems like it could be something that'll keep us alive if we need it to.
This is just like gateway cannibalism right here, is what he's saying.
So you all finish eating your soup, and Grug finally pronounces the soup done, upon which he takes some himself and proceeds to work his way through.
Um, Oh, what's the name of the what's the name of the dwarf guy? Is that Magnus?
Is Magnus correct?
Yeah, so I kind of like settle up next to Magnus, and I ask him about how the fight with the fishmen went.
Oh, easy thing. Fishmen, not too durable. Made out of fins and thin bones for swimming easier. You just bash them right good and they just fall apart.
Yeah, that's huh. We had to run in with them too, and yeah, I guess they really weren't that durable.
Yeah, he nods at you with a mouthful of soup.
Um, yeah, I don't really have anything else to add to this situation. S- Um, so we're still stuck, I assume, yeah. But he did say we're getting ready to leave.
Yeah,
As you all are actually eating your soup, the tide begins. You see that the tide has been slowly going up for hours, but finally you feel the boat start to drift off of its perch.
Mm.
It's a loud scraping sound, but none of the sailors seem too worried as the boat backs off of the small island, and several sailors take to the oars and push you away from the shallows.
Excellent.
Do you want to take a nap time or?
I'm thinking, at what time of the day is it? Can we tell through the mist?
Through the mist, it's hard to say, but it is quite dark.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's time to call it a night. Get ready to get in some watches.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay. You all prepare to take your various watches. Same orders last time?
Yes.
Surely.
Right. Once again, all of the other adventurers also take a turn at watch, with the exception of the mage, same as last time. And yeah, that seems to be that. Nothing happens during the night, thankfully. It is an uneventful night. Several of the sailors are nervous about further attacks by fishmen, but it seems their fears are unfounded.
Yay.
So how long was the effects of the stew again? 24 hours, you said?
Full day.
All right.
So if I've dipped into the negative on Constitution, that affects my hit point pool, correct?
For the purposes of simplicity, I'm going to say no. This is just for rolls and checks.
Okay.
The next day, the sun rises, and it seems as though the mists are partially clear. You're going through occasional batches of clouds, but otherwise it seems quite clear. And looking at them, it's quite strange. It's not like you would expect mist to be, which is a very gradual thing. It's more of like solid clouds that are floating across the surface of the ocean. Occasionally you dip through one of them.
Creepy.
The sailors don't seem too terribly concerned.
So,
Anything you want to be doing, saying, thinking?
yeah, what, other than their assigned tasks, anything interesting going on with the sailors?
A few of them have been playing card games with Laurentius, but that seems to be about it. They're losing quite badly, by the way, in case you cared.
Uh, I'm gonna just sit near the card game. I want to watch and see, like, is it standard poker or some other game? And do I know enough about it to see why they're losing so badly?
Yes, it's a game which is actually meant to be played with several players versus one, Laurentius being the one. But in return, he gains advantages that they don't have. And he's very good at it, which is why he's winning. There's a very low element of randomness. It's more like a strategy game similar to Magic or Gwent or something than it is to a true card game like Blackjack or Poker. That's all they seem to be doing. The captain currently is in his quarters with the mage, as far as you can tell. You're not sure what's been going on in there, but the maps have been poured over time and time again. So likely they're doing some course correction of some sort.
Yeah, the one female on the ship is probably correcting some course.
I'd actually like to talk to the captain about that. I don't know what the deal is.
Okay. You knock on the captain's quarters and on his door, and after a few moments, the captain says to enter, and you do. And he and the mage are sitting opposite sides of a small table. You're not exactly sure what the purpose of this table is, though it seems to be some sort of game. It's a
Okay.
19 by 19 grid, and they are taking turns placing down alternating white or black tokens. And it seems like it's very complicated, as the captain and the mage are both deep in thought, contemplating their next moves.
Okay. Well, if that's how it is, then I guess I'll just leave them be, because I was going to ask him if we were lost or something, because the whole mist thing seems to have thrown us off a bit. But if he's deep in thought with some game, I guess it must not be too fucking bad.
All right. You turn to leave, and before you can go, the captain asks, did you need something?
I was I was just wondering if all this mist had maybe thrown us off course or something. I was a little worried.
I know this is usual for this time of the season.
Oh, all right.
They're not so much true mists as they are. How do I explain it? These are like proto rain clouds. You understand, moving into the north to make more moisture for the season. As you know, it is the rainy season.
Oh, I guess that does make sense. Yeah.
I actually know quite a bit about this. If you are interested in hearing.
Yeah, not really. That's I just want to make sure we were on course.
Fine, suit yourself.
I'll leave you to your game then.
He nods and waves you out.
Well, okay then. I hate cruises. There's never anything to do.
As you think that, as you are walking out of the captain's cabin, something almost pushes you to the ground as it flies past you. And then a few moments after that, several sailors are also come stomping by.
What the fuck? What was that?
You're not quite sure. It almost knocked you down as it went by.
Well, I get up and I'm trying to like dust myself off and see what the hell hit me.
It seems as though Grug is currently being pursued around the decks by several sailors.
Ah, shit. What is happening?
You're not sure.
Did it not work? Insight check to see if there. Oh, it did go through the first time apparently. Whatever, just like the first one. I just like I want to see like, is this like serious? Are they trying to stop him, or is it they playing and fucking around, horsing around? What's going on?
They're trying to stop him from doing something.
But I don't know if it's serious or just playful.
It's hard to say. I guess it's pretty serious considering that he's being chased by a good half a dozen sailors.
I would like to ask them what the hell is going on then.
You stop one of them, and he's thankful for the rest. He catches his breath before standing up, and he says, "The big lout. He's stolen several fruits from below decks. We want them back. You see, he said he was going to use them for something.
What is he going to use them for?
We don't know. That's what we're worried about."
Well, I try to talk to him. I'm like yelling, "Grug, what the shit?"
Grug is ignoring you.
Fruit? He sold fruit?
They're not. I ask him, the guy, and I'm like whispering to him. I'm like, don't raise your voice. What kind of fruits are they?
He whispers back to you, confused. It was a pineapple.
Oh no! I say, Grug's not real good with pineapples.
Oh, how is that?
I don't know. Don't ask me. One of the other adventurers told me that he's got this mental thing with them. I don't know what his deal is, but they drive him nuts.
As long as he's not going to use it on some pizza, I don't really care.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, I don't care if he fucks the thing, as long as it doesn't get anywhere near pizza.
It's a pizza.
Don't worry about it. Dwarven delicacy, you see. So this they're causing a bit of a ruckus, but like they're not like breaking anything, are they?
They aren't, but Grug kind of is.
Do I feel like it would be best if I intervened here?
Depends. Do you want to get between Grug and his pineapple issues?
Yes, I do. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast Calm Emotions on Grug.
Okay. What's the DC on this?
Let's see. Must make a charisma saving throw. Blah, blah, blah. Does it say? I'm not seeing it. Is it just my spell save DC? Is that what it is?
Yes, I assume so.
That'll be a 17 then.
See how Grug does. Upon doing this, Grug just stops in place, and he seems confused. The sailors around him also seem confused.
Okay. And so I go up to Grug and I'm like, "How about you give me that, buddy? Just hand it over, eh? Come on."
You want Grug pineapple?
Yeah.
But Grug want pineapple.
What for?
Grug make food.
What kind of food?
Pineapple.
You just want to eat it.
Grug looks at you suspiciously.
Is that a yes?
He continues looking at you suspiciously, and he holds the pineapple closer to himself.
I go, guys, why can't he eat a pineapple? What's the big deal?
Okay. Grug hears you say the word pineapple, and he begins to look around wild-eyed,
Well,
and he starts grunting.
I say, easy, buddy, easy, easy. But yeah, I go up to one of the other sailors, and I'm like, what's the big deal? Why can't you just have the damn thing?
One of the sailors is watching Grug, and he says, on second thought, maybe you should just let him have it. Seems like a fine idea to me, my friends.
Yeah, I agree, so stop chasing him.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, then. All good.
The sailors cautiously back off.
Hey, Grin.
Yeah, what's up?
You do know that you said the word, right?
Yeah. I thought, because he said it, so I thought maybe I could say it, so it'd be fine, but he seems okay, right?
Fortunately, your calmed emotions have somehow managed to temper Grug's anger. He is still upset, but he is not taking any action.
That's okay. That's
But
good.
remember that that's his word, okay?
Fucking. Okay, I'll try to remember that. So yeah, I just kind of like pat him on the back, something like, "It's okay, buddy. It's yours. You're good now."
1 second. Sorry, just needed to confirm something. It seems Grug is slowly calming down. Did you want to do anything, or what are you doing, rather?
I'm just like rubbing him on the back.
Okay, you rub Grug on the back, and you see a single tear roll down his face as he takes a vicious bite out of the pineapple.
Okay, then.
He continues crying and consuming the pineapple at the same time.
It's fucking weird. I'm just kind of like backing off. I don't know what to do about this.
Grug, when you want to talk about it, you can talk to me about whatever you need to, man.
Yeah, I'm looking for like none of Grug's what do you call it? Adventuring dudes seem to give a shit about him and the pineapple. Is that right?
Not now, no.
They're all just off doing their own thing. Like, oh, there goes Grug, fucking everything up again.
Well, you don't even see Magnus anywhere, but Laurentius is too consumed by his card game.
Okay. I'm just going to let this go then. They don't seem to think it's a very big deal.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, Grug finishes the pineapple, and he licks his fingers afterwards. Delicious.
He just ate the thing, skin and all.
Yeah, he just ate the whole pineapple.
Jesus. All right, then. I'm glad that got solved.
Other than this, your journey is uneventful until somebody in the crow's nest shouts, "Ship ahoy! Ship in the distance!"
Okay.
There's a bustle of the sailors on the deck as many of them run to the edge to see what this ship is. And the captain emerges from his cabin.
Can I make out any details on this ship?
In the distance, yes, it seems as though the ship is shorter but longer than yours, almost like a barge.
I'm sorry, shorter but longer? Did you mean thinner?
No, shorter but longer.
It doesn't
I-
sit as high in the
Oh,
water.
yeah, gotcha. It's not as high off the water. Okay, gotcha.
Also, your ship has several decks. This one probably only has 2 or 3, maybe.
Okay.
Do we want to take a 5-minute break before we get into that?
If you want to, sure.
Yeah, I'm down.
Be right back.
Also ready.
I am back. Are we just waiting on Riz?
Think so.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, welcome back.
Everyone back?
Yes.
Everyone?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was just you we
Everyone's
waited
here.
for.
All right. So we noticed the ship was more barge-like.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. This is a large barge-looking ship.
Is it approaching us?
Hard to say. It's currently in the distance.
Okay. Is there some type of roll I could do to determine its course?
Mhm.
What would I need? Like, would that be perception?
Sure, we'll try that.
What does a 19 get me?
A 19 gets you. It seems as if your ships will pass very close to each other, yes.
Ooh. All right. But I mean, hey, we're on like a trading lane or something, right? That's to be expected. But that ship doesn't really look like a merchant ship, does it?
Well, barges carry goods.
Do they?
That's the whole point of a barge.
Oh, is it? I have no fucking clue what a barge is.
Yeah, imagine an old equivalent to a giant shipping boat, basically.
Gotcha.
It's long,
Okay.
wide, not very quick. It's just big, meant for carrying stuff.
Okay. So maybe there's no need for alarm, but conversely, what if there's like pirates on there who are like, haha, if we're in a barge, nobody would expect that. Sneaky fuckers. Grint's on full alert.
Nobody expects the Pirate Inquisition.
Exactly.
Captain, now on deck and trailed by the mage, pulls out his spyglass and looks at the ship in the distance.
All right.
He says something to the first mate next to him, which you can't quite hear, but he doesn't seem overly concerned.
Mm-hmm. I asked the captain what he thinks it is.
The captain turns to you. Oh, well, it's most likely a merchant vessel, probably elvish.
Oh, okay. So probably nothing to worry about?
Most likely, but keep an eye out.
Oh, I certainly will.
So, yeah, elvish. Everyone seems on the edge about those guys. Really wonder what my mother's side of the family did to everybody.
They've been hoarding all the wood.
Well, yeah, but that's just good economics.
Wow.
Yeah, your mom was an expert at hoarding people's wood. Anyways,
Yeah, a single tear rolls down my face.
It takes almost an hour for your two ships to meet each other and pass by.
Mm-hmm.
But at a distance, you can see that it is indeed manned by elves, and this is your first look at elves actually from the Elven Nation proper. And they seem very professional. All of the deckhands have uniforms that are well kept. And the captain has a funny hat. And you see him speaking to what appears to be his second mate, both of them near the steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to be about it. They all watch you as you pass. But otherwise, nothing seems unusual. And all of your sailors are watching back.
Grant waves.
You wave, and the elves do not respond.
Wow. Stuck
I
up.
wave in a
Yeah.
elvish manner.
Like a girl.
You wave as well. And, upon noticing you, they make a point to not look at you.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Fucking mudbloods, dude.
After a minute or so, your ships pass by each other, and they continue on their way.
Well, okay then.
That was mildly insulting.
Don't let it get to you. You know, they didn't wave at me either.
Well, they didn't shun you.
Yeah. We can't fully know that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else eventful?
After they're gone, Grug is standing near your group, and he speaks to you. Grug not like Elf. Elf dangerous. Grug meet Elf once. Elf shoot Grug, hurt much, but when Grug get close, Elf snap easy.
Really?
Snap, snap. And he walks away saying snap, snap to himself.
Jesus Christ, how terrifying.
Snap, snap indeed.
The captain, who said he wasn't worried, does seem to relax a little once the ship goes by.
Okay.
All right. Nothing else happens, and everyone else disperses. Though after a few more hours, the captain, who is still on deck at the time, steering the ship, begins to turn the ship around.
What?
Mhm.
I raise concerns saying, what's going on?
You approach the captain, and he says, "Look behind us over there, my friends."
What's happening? I look, what is it?
Far in the distance, you can see some small specks. And the captain says, "Oh, sorry, one moment," and he pulls out his spyglass, which he hands to you.
I would like to look. Do I have to roll perception for that as well?
Uh-huh. You get a good look at what the captain was indicating to you, and in the distance, you can see several very large rocks, almost like sheer mountains jutting out of the water, though steeper and less gradual near the bottom.
I go, what the hell are those?
The rocks that surround the Grand Pool, that means it's time for us to turn around and head back.
Oh, yes. Good thinking.
This is as far as we're supposed to go.
Fair enough. Really? Is this going to be it? We didn't kill very many fishmen. I was expecting more, to be honest.
Truth be told, we're mostly patrolling for ships that have run into trouble, though it seems like things are quiet right now.
I guess so.
Okie dokie. Things continue on uneventfully until the evening, at which point it is time for everyone to turn in. But you want to take the same watch as before?
Yep.
That's fine by me.
Oh, and I assume we've lost our buffs at this point.
Yes, those are very much gone. At this evening, as a matter of fact, because this is about around when you ate the soup. All right, so this evening, nothing happens as far as you can tell. Everything seems a-okay. And in the morning, when the sailors change their shifts and everyone is back up, the boat continues unhindered.
Neat.
Up on your way back, the captain decides that upon you seeing the you go through the normal mists that you did before, but upon seeing the large section of mist where you originally ran into those rocks, the captain decides to skirt around it instead this time.
Good call. Well captained.
All right. You continue around this these mists, and so far it seems as if the journey is going to be remarkably uneventful.
Well, okay then.
Unfortunately. Eventually, however, it seems as though there is more and more ships being spotted as you once again are getting closer to the coast. These are several ships that you saw in the distance before, which the captain did not feel like making any comment on then. He, once again, does not do so now. Seems as if you're on your way in. However, you think that you spot something in the distance, Grant. When you
Oh.
glance off of deck, yeah.
Hmm.
Far off to the south, to the left side of the ship, the port side. You do double take and look again, and it's gone, whatever it was.
Ah, must have been my imagination. Getting that old high tide hypnosis.
Probably just a rat.
Yeah, probably.
But anyways, that is what you do.
Yep.
And according to the captain, you will have one more partial day of travel before you make it back to the shore.
Well, all right then. Man, after this, they gotta give us gold. Like, we were with some other gold dudes. I'm telling you, this is the mission that gets us up there.
I hope we run into those elves again.
I don't think that's possible at this point.
Okay.
Mostly, I'm hoping that they're crashed on a rock somewhere, and we get to sail by without helping them.
I think we would have to help them. I don't know why you're being so like we would have to help them.
If they want to ignore me, I can ignore them.
Well, I mean, we didn't need helping or anything. We were just trying to be neighborly, and they didn't want to. But it's different if they're all crashed up.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
So, this day has also gone by fairly uneventfully. However, it is time for you to take night shifts once again.
same shifts, you know.
Who is on second shift? That would be Andarin.
Yeah, I was going to say me.
While you're standing around, waiting for nothing to happen, you hear a loud clunking sound.
A loud clunking sound.
Mm-hmm.
Where does that seem to come from?
From the front of the ship.
Okay. I'm going to... I don't know. What can I see from the crow's nest where I believe I have been stationed?
Looking down, the only thing you see is a sailor standing around near the anchor.
I'm going to call out to him. What was that noise?
He does not respond.
Yeah, that's not normal. I'm going to get somebody else's attention on deck and have them investigate what's going on with him.
Magnus, who was dozing off on the deck below you, you grab him and you lead him over to the sailor. What's this? You heard a clunking sound?
Yes, Magnus, I heard something, and the sailor over here didn't respond when I tried to talk to him.
Are you there, shipsman? Oh, are you all right? The sailor does not respond.
Quite frankly, I'm getting kind of angry with all these people trying to ignore me. I'm gonna reach out and grab him by his shoulder.
You reach him out and grab him by the shoulder, and he does not do anything.
All right, I'm just gonna smack him across the face and see if he responds to that. Would you like me to roll a strength check, or?
Sure.
Yeah, didn't realize advantage.
You spin him around and smack him across the face, and the sailor does not respond. He is simply whispering to himself. His eyes seem glassy and unfocused.
Okay.
I take some wax out of my pocket and stick it in my ears, just as a precaution.
You aren't even awake, right?
Well, yeah, like
Oh, I'm not awake? Okay, sorry, I was awake for a minute. I thought... Never mind.
no. This is the middle of Andarin's shift. Me and you are
I
asleep.
apologize. My fault.
Hey, Magnus, does this seem normal to you?
If you're an elf, maybe. And he clicks his fingers in front of the man's eyes. Hello? Anyone home? Hello? Seems he's a right buggered. Say, does it seem like we're going slower to you?
Do I perceive the ship as going slower? It is kind of dark.
Go ahead and check. Yeah, it does seem like it's going slower.
I mean, that's odd. Magnus,
Almost stopped, actually.
Magnus, you should go alert the others, and I will see if the other sailors on duty are all right.
Right. Magnus turns to go and assist the others.
Okay. Do I notice any of the other sailors standing about in a daze as well?
No, the others all seem fine. This guy is still just standing here muttering.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to... I'm guessing he dropped the anchor, so... Do I see the mechanism, and is the anchor down?
The anchor is down, and you do see the mechanism. It's one of the circular things that you have multiple people push.
Okay. I'm going to try to raise the anchor, because that could probably be very bad if we were just gonna abruptly stop.
Okay, this is going to be a pretty hefty strength roll, but go for it. It takes a while, but you do manage to get the anchor up by yourself.
Woohoo!
There.
Wow.
Okay, and no reaction from Mr. McMutterson?
No reaction from him.
Alright, well, I'm going to venture below deck and see if the rest of my party has been roused.
Yes, the other two of you are woken up by someone who smells strongly of whiskey and a large red beard. And he shakes both of you. Wake up, you lazy louts. Up and at 'em. You're both up now.
What's this all about?
Your fellow found some gentleman acting odd up on the deck. He sent me to come and get you. I don't know what for, though.
All right, let's do this.
Okay. When I see Grint and Braun, I'm going to explain the symptoms to both of them and ask them if they have any idea what could be going on with the sailor.
I want to have a look at him, and can I use insight to determine if someone is charmed?
Yeah, you can try.
Jeez.
By your best guess, you'd say he is charmed, though you can't tell without a magical test.
I'm going to cast charm. What the fuck is the spell I just used? Calm emotions on him, which breaks charm for a minute if it works.
Okay.
There we go.
The sailor, all of a sudden, jolts and looks around himself. Hey, what did you do? Hello?
I grab him and I say,
is it?
"There's only a minute. All right. Something. What was the last thing you remember? Something has put you under a spell. I can only break it up for a minute."
I was standing up here on deck, and I don't rightly know. All of a sudden, I just felt like I was drifting away.
Did you hear anything?
No, nothing at all.
You didn't see
I walked
anything
over
either?
to the edge of the decks. I thought I saw something, and I peered over, and then it hit me.
I ask everyone to look over the side of the decks. Like everyone that's up, like just have a look around.
Okay, I'm gonna look.
All of you make.
Time out. I should have mentioned, but this works on every humanoid within a 20-foot radius, so we are all resistant to this effect for a minute.
Correct. All right. So nothing happens when you all look over the deck. It seems clear to you.
Interesting. And we don't feel like the tingling of any kind of effect that we should feel or anything. We don't even know we're resisting anything.
Nope. No idea.
Okay, all right then. I go, everything seems okay. I don't know. I want to keep an eye on our dude here, though, and I want to see if the enchantment comes back over him.
Okay. Yeah, he looks at you. Are you not going to do anything else?
No, we're just waiting to see if you're still afflicted or not, buddy.
Oh, well, I feel fine right now. And then as soon as he says that, he jerks. And he turns his head oddly. But he's back to the same mumbling that he was at before.
Can I make any sense of what he's mumbling?
You can try.
Like a perception, insight. What is that?
That'll be a perception. Just hear it. You can very faintly hear his whispers. It sounds like he's saying some kind of words, but I don't think it's a language that you know or recognize.
Shit. Okay. Fair enough. So I let everyone know that we could be in some serious danger still. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I tell everyone that it's likely we're still very much so in danger. This enchantment hasn't been broken on him. He lowered, I assume, and Darren, have you told us what he did exactly?
Yeah, as far as I can tell, he just lowered the anchor.
Right, so something wanted us to stop here. Probably not for good reasons. We should just keep going and keep a sharp eye out. Something might try to attack us.
Well, we should probably let the captain know, and if he wants, because this might be something that they want us to clear out, if we can.
Possible. Are there any of the sailors up here?
Yeah, there's a few other sailors.
Yeah, I tell one of them to go get the cat. Oh, what are you guys saying?
You all are chatting. He moves over to the anchor, and he is about ready to flick the lever to lower it once again.
Oh, I try to restrain him, like a grappler or something.
Okay, that's a strength check. Yeah, he's not the biggest sailor, so you effectively grab him and hold him up back from it.
I go, okay, rope, we need rope.
And he begins to twitch violently.
Okay, well, I'm going to get somebody to alert either the first mate or the captain and ask.
Or you could get some rope and help me tie this guy up.
Well, yeah. I'm going to also.
You go get the captain. I'll help him tie him up.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Burly big man. I'm gonna run and go get somebody. Who's on duty?
Currently, the first mate is taking the night.
Okay. I'm going to explain to him everything that's happened in the past 5 or 6 minutes and ask him what we should be doing.
The first mate seems deeply disturbed by this. What was he doing, you say? Mumbling to himself?
He was mumbling to himself. He appears to be in a trance or a charm or something. And he's tried now to... He did lower the anchor, and I brought it back up, and then he attempted to do it again once he was back under the spell.
Very troublesome. Restrain him for now. I'll try to figure out what's going on.
Okay, I believe Braun is on that.
The first mate runs off.
How is Braun and Grint faring with the restraints?
Yeah. Do I need to roll strength or anything here at this point?
Yes. You guys are gonna have to be restraining him while you put the ropes on him.
So 2 strength rolls. Oof.
Since there's 2 of you, you pretty easily pin him and hold him back while you put these ropes on him.
All right, and then we should like bring them below deck or something. Do they have like a brig? They have to have something, eh?
They do have a brig on the ship.
I go, yeah, we need to throw them in here for sure.
Alright, you prepare to toss him in the brig. And you do so. There is one sailor guarding the brig, but nobody was in here earlier, so he is not too concerned with keeping an eye too closely on things.
Okay. I tell him to keep an eye on this dude, though, because he's charmed and he's literally capable of anything.
The sailor just nods and pretty much goes back to his nap.
Okay, then. So, I'm gonna head back above deck and try to see what the captain's up to.
Right, you head back above deck to check on what the captain is doing. Or, sorry, rather the captain's first mate. And right now he seems to be running around talking to all the other sailors, asking them if they feel funny, if everything's alright. And he seems to be more and more reassured as he talks to every sailor, and all the sailors are confused about what's going on. They're just kind of going about their business.
Okay. Well, he said like he was looking over the side over here, and I'm gonna take another quick look to see what's going on. Should I roll a perception check to see if I see anything funny in the water?
Yes. What are you doing right now? You're just looking over the side?
Yep.
Okay. Also, do a wisdom save.
Okay.
Okay. You are charmed, so I'm taking over for you now.
Yay.
Gonna be great.
Yeah, so I'm like, Andarin, do you see anything?
And Darren does not respond.
No.
Bron. Get the rope. Like, is he making any movements or anything yet?
Nope, not yet.
I go, hey, buddy, champ, how you doing? Kind of like putting the hand on the shoulder.
Upon doing so, Andarin grabs your wrist quite firmly.
Go, bad touch, bad touch.
Are you gonna try to get out of it here?
Absolutely. What I do
That'll be a strength save.
against his skinny ass? No problem. Oh shit.
All right.
All right, now at this point, I'll put the wax in my ears and I will go try and break them apart.
Quite easily, it grabs your arm and holds you.
Yeah, he
in
does.
place.
What is so fucking strong? What is happening?
Yeah, the iron grip. It's his right hand, not his left hand. So you know. And immediately, you need to make a reflex save for me.
Okay. Not my strongest suit, if I'm being honest.
Okay. A tentacle whips up from below the water and grabs you, pulling you down.
Grint screams like a woman.
Okay.
I hope that alerts everyone to the horrible things that are happening.
Yeah, you scream quite loudly, and everyone hears you basically, and you hear the ship above light up with the buzz of people. One moment, I'm setting this up.
But my main question is, what did I see with my 21 perception?
The question isn't what you saw, but what saw you.
You stared longingly into the deep. Shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Should I not be a little bit closer if I was helping him hold that guard, or is that on the other side of the boat?
That was somewhere else. He went over to Endor.
Well, but I called for him to get some rope, though.
So you're like right there. You were partway over.
Okay.
You find the exact thing I'm looking for here. Okay, this will work.
What is that? Oh God! What? Giant fucking trout?
It's all I have, okay?
Is it really? Oh my God! Oh no!
All right. So go ahead. Hang on. Let me pull up the initiative here while I get all the other tokens. I
You
wasn't
do
expecting this
that.
fight to happen. Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's about right.
Oh Jesus. Minus. Holy shit.
I know, right? It's amazing. Wow, Ryan, trying to upstage me.
Wow.
Fun
So
times.
far you have all rolled badly. And Darn, you can go ahead and roll too.
Honestly, I'm pretty okay with that, though. I'd rather get that one out of the way.
Get out of the way now. All right.
Yeah, because there's no consequence to rolling a 1 for initiative, right?
I don't think so. I think it used to be that you would miss that full first turn if you did that, 'cause you
Holy
like stumble or
shit.
whatever. But
That's terrible.
I don't think that's a thing. All right, let me get the other boys out as well.
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna need some help from some sailors.
Get everyone here. I don't know why this is taking so long to load all my my stuff. I couldn't find anything for Grog, so he's a plate of fruit.
I guess that's mildly appropriate.
All right, we got the whole crew here. Let's see if they do any better than you.
They have to. So like Grug just comes out wearing one of those fucking fruit basket hats that's just like piled high with fruit. We
Something like
we interrupted some bizarre midnight ritual.
He comes out and he has like orange peels like falling off of him and mangoes, mango juice all over his face. Upon seeing you get pulled and whipped into the water, all of the sailors themselves actually run away.
That is fair.
And,
I don't blame
they
them.
leave you here. You are currently in the water. If you
I'm okay
choose
with
to
that.
take a turn not to swim, you will sink.
Understandable.
And you can swim next turn to get back up.
Also understandable.
I used the same archer twice, whatever. I'll remember which one's which.
Yeah, whichever one has the shitty initiative or the amazing initiative, apparently. Jesus. He's the only one who rolled good.
Laurentius is tripping over his bow as he strings it and runs out onto the deck. What's going on? Hello? And he runs over to the deck and looks down. And he takes a shot into the water that none of the rest of you can see. Except Grint, of course. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. Automatically, at the very first, seems like he didn't string his bow quite properly, and the string flies off one end and it smacks him in the face rather than launching his arrow.
Oh god, they're just as incompetent as I thought they were.
It is Andarin's turn. Right now, you are all sorts of fucked up, but I will allow you to make a wisdom save.
Oh, good. A wisdom save.
You got this. Okay, maybe you have this less than I thought.
Unfortunately, you do not succeed.
I think I did a very unwise thing.
It is the mage's turn. Upon seeing you just kind of standing there in a stupor, she fumbles in her pockets and pulls out a long length of wood, a gnarled branch of sorts.
Oh, thank
Points it
god.
at you.
Oh, good. She's gonna obliterate me.
A large trail of blue sparkles shoots out of the end of the wand and smacks you, and you suddenly feel lucid. You're fine again. For now,
Cool.
anyways. Magnus hears Grint screams, and he runs over to the deck and immediately jumps off. And it is the monster's turn.
I hope he uses splash.
Let's see. He chooses to make a tentacle attack with his tentacles against you, Grint.
Tell me it's not like multi-tentacle attack.
Yeah, it is actually.
God damn it!
What is your AC?
18.
Okay, one of the attacks hits out of his three tentacle lashes that he makes against you. You take 2d6 plus 5 bludgeoning damage.
Whoa.
Let's go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'm looking at the rest of his rules right now. Also make a Constitution save. You take 5 damage. Oh, well, 10 damage.
10 damage, yeah.
10 damage and make your Constitution save.
Yeah, it's not great.
Unfortunately, you are diseased.
Great.
Can be removed by any magic that cures diseases. Alright, I'll tell you what it does if we go like 10 rounds of combat without you managing to finish this thing off.
Okay.
Alright, that is Fishy's turn done with. Grug is confused, but he goes into a berserker rage and runs to the edge of the deck, and upon seeing what's in the water, he jumps off. Take a mighty leap. It is Braun's turn.
Okay. So, what do we have here? Ruler.
What you gonna do?
Just checking out some measurements here. So the large fish is a tentacled monster of some sort, right? It's in the water. There's no way to, I mean, trying to fight.
You know about it.
Yeah, trying to fight in the water. So you're saying I have to roll for swimming while I'm
if you
fighting
choose
in
to
order
go
to
to the water, yes.
I don't have any cannons on this thing or anything?
No cannons.
Fuck. Not even a ballista?
There are a few of those, but they are at the front of the ship and pointing forward, it seems.
That is mildly fucked.
But I believe that I can still fight with this thing in the water, provided I pass an athletics check, right?
Yes, probably.
Alrighty. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use an action surge, and I'm going to do 8 attacks. Do I have to roll for the swimming first, or can I do
Fucking
that?
show up.
You're swimming first, yeah. To determine if you're actually the correct spot to make these attacks. Fortunately, you do a pretty good job swimming. Okay. I thought you already did your 8.
Oh, did I do one extra? Sorry, just kind of discount.
No, you did the right amount. 13 and the 11 do not hit. All of the others do hit.
Alright, I'll do damage. So 16, 25, 36, 45.
65 damage, it seems like.
That sounds about right.
Right, you begin in just a flurry of blades, swinging your swords violently at the tentacle monster, slashing back and forth and just trying to hit whatever you can. And it seems to be doing a good job as the beast's dark purple blood fills the water. Also, since that's the thing, make a Constitution save.
You do better than I did. You're gonna get the water aids. Ooh.
You also have water aids.
Yeah.
This won't kick in for a solid minute. Right, and it is finally Grint's turn.
Yeah, Grin is not gonna be outdone. All right. I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds at level 3. Yay, it hits.
Okay. You cast Inflict Wounds at level 3. And yeah, it does a fuckload of damage. How much damage is that? 38? 38 damage.
Yeah. As I'm like sinking down into the water, I'm like, eat your heart out, Braun.
You won't be able to attack next turn unless you swim up.
Correct. Oh, but with my bonus action, I would like to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
Okay.
For 12? Looks like 12.
Yeah, it's like 12.
All right, looking good then.
Looking good indeed.
So it doesn't have me like wrapped in its tentacles anymore, right? It just pulled me down.
It just pulled you down and knocked you off the deck, basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it is Laurentius' turn. He takes the turn to restring his bow and give it a few experimental tugs. And it is Andarin's turn.
Okay. How aware am I of everything while I was charmed?
Not at all. To you, it felt like you were just floating in clouds having a dream.
Okay. Well, I did notice people running and jumping off the ship, so I'm assuming something's up. I'm gonna turn around and shoot my bow at whatever I see that isn't people I know.
Okay. You solidly strike the monster.
Okay. And with my damage here, and 2 extra d8 on top of that because of my...
Okay, so 28 damage altogether.
All right, we're rolling good.
Alright. The mage now strides up to the edge of the deck and peers over before swapping to a different stick. This one seems to give off a tingling sensation to everyone that looks at it. And she fiddles with it for a few seconds before it fires a large bolt of lightning at the giant fish creature. Where the lightning hits, it leaves a large crater of charred flesh behind, and the fish thrashes about in pain. Magnus sinks, and that's his turn. The fish chooses to try to throw Grug off.
I'll be right back.
Right? The fish is trying to throw Grug off, so let's see what happens. Grug is tossed away from the fish back towards the boat. And the fish is going to attempt to make an escape. So go ahead and make an attack of opportunity, and I'll make the one for Grint since he is gone.
I'm here. What's up?
You're making an attack of opportunity against this fish thing.
Oh, it's trying to run from us? You pussy!
Also, did my arrows do anything special?
Yes, they're not special by your standards.
Oh, my standards are pretty low.
Yeah, they are.
But one of them simply let off the same trail of pink sparkles that you've seen before, and the other one had a banner behind it that was written in some language you didn't recognize before it impacted, and then the banner poofed away.
I did a whole 4 damage with my attack of opportunity.
Very nice. And Braun, make one as well.
So attack of opportunity, I get 2 attacks, right? Since I get extra attack.
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
I'm assuming the first one didn't hit.
Only your third one hit.
Wait. That can't be right.
Why not?
So you can't tell us the AC, can you?
Correct.
It would have to be 17 then, or is it 16? Because if it's 16, he meets, doesn't he?
17.
It's 17. Okay, it would have to be. Gotcha.
Correcto. Anyways, you both managed to get a solid swipe off on the creature as it swims away. Though unfortunately for you, it does manage to swim away.
Shit.
And it swims... Let's see how far it goes in one round. I don't know. It swims 40 feet away from you, so it's way off out there.
Okay.
I don't think any of you can actually swim 40 feet.
What about with a proper athletics check?
Not even then.
Oh. Okay.
Not in one round. Swimming is really slow.
Gotcha.
Grug continues to swim after regardless. He
I go, get him, Grug!
15 feet. It is Braun's turn.
Is it submerged?
Not quite. It has
It's
fins
out of the water?
above water, yes.
Mm-hmm. Ryan, you with us?
I am. I missed
Okay,
something.
okay.
And what are you looking for from me right now? Sorry, my wife asked me a question and I was turned away.
Basically, the creature is 40 feet away from us right now.
All right, let me just-
It is fleeing.
Well, I can only move 30 feet.
It's on land. Swimming is even harder.
Land. Yeah. So I guess I could try to take a pot shot with a crossbow at it.
How far can you guys move when you're on land?
I can go 30.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Good enough.
If only we could walk on this water.
Indeed.
I mean, do we just let it go, or?
Fuck that! It tried to murder me! It gave me water aids!
Alright. So, do I still have an attack, or... Since it's my turn, right? So, let me take a shot at a crossbow at it. I will move as close to it as I can, swimming. So that'd be athletics, and then I'm going to try and fire a crossbow.
If I might suggest, make sure you don't get 30 feet away from me.
So how far can I move with that?
With that, you'll be able to get 15 feet. Your attack, your crossbow flies wildly everywhere.
Yeah, I tried. I think that's all I can do.
Alright then.
You can do. Fortunately, it is now Grint's turn.
Can I cast a spell and then move after that?
I think so. I don't know why you wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to.
Alright, so I cast Water Walk on all of us. As I believe everyone is within 30 feet of me, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, so I cast Water Walk on all of us. And then I chase after this fucker. How many spaces can I go?
Oh, what's your normal move speed on land?
25, I want to say?
That's as far as you can
25?
get. You're 15 feet away from it.
Yeah, 25 speed. So I can go 5 boxes, is that it?
Yes.
Would that be right there? Because each box is 5 feet, right?
hmm Well,
Okay.
it doesn't matter. I'm keeping track of how far away you are from him, regardless.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
because I can't pull him any further off screen.
Right.
And then I'm just going to say the combat ends. What? Did anybody else see that? Just Andarin's random attack roll?
Mhm.
That's strange.
Yeah, that is odd. I don't know.
Okay.
It's his piercing gaze.
I used my eye lasers.
I mean, I guess. Well, now that Grint is done, it is Laurentius' turn. He seems satisfied with it running away, so he just walks away. He's out of combat.
Ah!
And it is now actually Andarin's turn.
Piercing gaze!
Okay, yeah. So, what am I looking at as far as targets here?
The two things that I would recommend shooting are the fish thing and Grug's fruits.
Okay. I would not recommend shooting Grog's fruits. He seems overprotective.
Well, I mean, is it a decent shot to hit the fish thing, or am I like really low chance to hit because it's submerged or something?
No, you can hit the part that's speaking out.
All right, then I'm going for it. Double attack.
Ooh.
Ow, that's rough.
And both of your attacks fly wildly on opposite sides of the beast. The mage cannot cast any spells at the creature that is too far away, so instead, she channels some magic and hauls Magnus to the surface and sets him back on the deck. Magnus simply shouts encouragement to you.
Really?
The fish moves, so it is not going to take any other action. It chooses to simply go as fast as it can, so it gets 80 feet away
Good lord.
further. I think you guys get to make like one last set of ranged attacks,
Looking that way, yeah.
and that'll probably be that. Grug is confused now that his target is no longer in sight, and he spins around looking for something to attack, but he finds nothing.
Oh, Jesus.
It is Braun's turn. Yep, you managed to get just inside of the range that you need to take one last shot at him. Ooh, you do hit. Might be able to kill it.
I want to make this a precision attack. So I'm going to add one superior die to the roll. I meant, that's not what I want. Hold on a second.
You get very high both rolls, and then Andarin hits it as well. You guys might be able to kill it.
I feel like you're counting me out here.
You even have a ranged weapon?
No, but I have a ranged spell. That has very good range, actually.
The range.
60
I
feet.
just
Already out of
realized-
range.
No. I can run 20 meters and then attack. Or 20 feet and then attack.
True.
Well, that's right, we're on water. On land-ish. So I get 2 attacks too. I get 2 light crossbow attacks too. Okay.
You can do it, Ryan. Ooh, you can outdo it.
Your second shot misses, but only just barely.
Well, no, I'm going to use my superiority die on that one. So, for precision attack.
Exactly. Okay.
Basically just adds to the attack roll.
Dude, fighter seems amazing.
It falls off a bit later.
Fair enough.
This is pretty much his entire thing. Is he hits things hard.
I get
But,
that, believe me.
And often.
Yeah. Once you start dipping into utility, then fighters get a little bit shafted.
Eh.
I mean, eventually you'll be able to summon like demons from the fucking outer planes, and he'll just be stuck hitting things with like a fucking monkey still. He'll be very good at hitting things like a monkey, but that's all he'll be able to do.
That's all the dude does in Berserker, and he's fucking fine. Or
Also
Berserk, where the
cheats.
fucking shows come. Okay, whatever.
You do significant damage to this beast back, firing 2 bolts through its fins. Firing one strong bolt through its fins as it continues to run. It is Grint's turn.
Right, so I'm going to run the 20 feet I need to get to it within range. And then I'm going to cast Sacred Flame, which hits for 11. Oh, he has to actually roll a dex save, I guess.
Okay. He did not succeed in the save, and he gets hit by the Sacred Flame.
Nice! 11 radiant. I don't suppose he's like some type of horror that takes extra radiant damage, is he?
No, he is not.
Shit.
It is Andarin's turn.
Okay.
You got this, bud. Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, apparently I have a range out to 150/600 feet. I think 600 is the maximum range, and
Holy
it gets
shit.
more difficult every 150 feet up to that point. So
I imagine if he submerges right now, it won't matter, though.
true.
Yep.
So I'm gonna see if I set this up correctly. This is my 2 longbow attacks against a wounded foe. Alright, so the second one does hit.
Okay.
Oh, that should be an extra 2 on that. I didn't set that up correctly. So, looks like
The way you do significant damage to the creature, and it is swimming slightly sideways as it continues to run. The mage does nothing, but scolds Magnus for jumping in quickly, and then Magnus argues back. The fish finally decides to submerge, and you can no longer see it. It is
Damn it.
quite far away. With that, combat's over. Unfortunately,
had
you
much
did
health
not
left.
manage to get the
That
fish. He did
sucks.
not. Less than 10 left at the end.
God!
Why, if you critted or just like all rolled pretty much perfectly, you would have gotten him. The fish manages to make it away, and you're hauled back onto deck by the sailors who cheer you on as the fish retreats. However, after a little while, Grint, who else?
Braun.
Braun.
Grug and Braun all are gasping and short of breath on the deck. Right. Okay. So all three of you, now have translucent and slimy skin. You cannot regain hit points unless you are underwater. Disease can be removed only by healing or another disease-curing spell of 6th level or higher.
Wait, run that last part by me. 6th level or higher.
Yeah, disease-curing spell of 6th level or higher.
Jesus.
When you're outside of body or water, you take 1d12 acid damage every 10 minutes unless moisture is applied to you before the 10 minutes have passed. Like that Doctor Who episode where you moisturized, yeah. Like that.
I've never seen it, but alright.
Yeah, somebody will know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You guys are all weird. The crew is giving you lots of distance. They don't want to be anywhere close.
I don't blame him. I'm fucking dying. So we just have to keep like pouring water on ourselves?
As far as you can tell.
Okay.
Okay.
Find me a barrel of water and I will sit in it.
Exactly, right? Can I breathe water?
Yes, you can.
Holy shit, that's awesome. I want to chase the fish thing.
Okay.
I'm just fucking with you.
Okay, well, Grint, do you know what disease this is?
Sharkman AIDS? I don't know.
What about shark mayonnaise?
No, never mind. It's bad though.
Are you going to
Um,
turn into like a were octopus or something?
Why would that be weird?
A little.
So is there any kind of role I can do to? I mean, we already know. Like, do I already know all this shit about it? That you just told us.
Yeah, sure. I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm. So I guess it doesn't matter if I know what it's called or not. Or can I do like either a medicine or a intelligence check to see if I know what this is exactly? Like, does it have a name?
Sure.
Which one?
Go ahead and make a medicine check. Okay, yeah. You know that this is called fish rot.
Ah, jeez. I got the fish rot.
It's considered by some, it's a superstitious thing. It's considered a curse from the gods.
Oh, no shit.
For people that overfish the oceans or people that defile ship graveyards.
Oh, all right.
So hopefully somebody knows how to get rid of this for us.
Hopefully. Hopefully someone in town, because I don't like our chances of getting across a desert with fish rot. Fuck, we're gonna have to swim there. Like,
Magnus approaches Grug and holds out his holy symbol, which Grint recognizes, and he puts his hand on Grug's shoulder, which Grug is scratching, seemingly confused by what has happened to him. And Grug turns back to a normal color.
no shit.
Seems fine. However, Magnus slumps exhausted, and the mage runs in behind him to prop him up so he doesn't fall backwards onto the deck.
Jeez.
Magnus walks up to you with help from his friends. I'm sorry, but I can only do that once a day. I'll help you both tomorrow, but for now, I need a rest.
Completely understandable. Just take care of yourself, bud.
I'll and his three companions pick him up and carry him off to a cabin. The captain approaches the two of you and scratches his chin. Oh, it's a weird sight if I've ever seen one. You two look right ghostly.
Yeah, we got the fish rot.
I can see your bones underneath your skin. It's quite strange.
It's rude to stare.
He chuckles, but he says, do you need some kind of accommodation? I've known lads to stay in barrels for this kind of thing.
Yeah,
Sounds like
we need barrels.
I'll go off and find some large ones for you.
Much appreciated.
Right, it only takes a few minutes for him to find a few barrels for the crew to dip them over the side and fill them. And the barrels are both large enough for you guys to stand up in comfortably. These are very large barrels.
Nice. So yeah,
Grint actually has to swim a little bit if he wants to stay above water, but you can breathe
What are you
water.
talking
So
about? I could just, right? That. Why would I want to do that? I'm just in my barrel. Leave me. I give Braun a high five. I'm like, yeah, barrel bros for life.
Once again, I feel outcast and shunned.
Oh, you poor thing. Doesn't have gills. Oh boy, my life is so hard for you.
Doesn't have gills in 377.
It, oh,
But yes, the sailors all they carry you wherever you want. Pretty much, he assigns a sailor to both of you, a burly sailor, to carry you around wherever you want to go.
No, that's good. I just
And,
sit here.
And you can see the city slowly approaching in the distance. And by later in the afternoon, since it was the middle of the night during this encounter, day breaks fairly quickly, and eventually you are all ready to unload the ship as you slide into the dock.
I ain't ready to do shit. I'm sitting in my barrel.
You two are still sitting in your barrel, and the captain leaves the ship for a moment, and Darren can see him talking with Doxson, and two port guards are sent to come and carry you guys down, two each, and you are brought down onto the pier. Doxson looks at the two of you and crosses his arms. It looks like you both gotten yourselves into some trouble there.
You could say that. You wouldn't happen to have like a high-level cleric or priest sitting around, would you?
I don't know of any famous priests or clerics that live around here. I'm afraid not. You can ask around with the adventurer groups, but I don't really know what kind of luck you'll have. And they'll probably want to charge you for your service regardless.
Fair enough. Maybe we should just wait for Magnus, eh?
Speaking of which, as you say that, he is being carried down by all of his friends. And the mage almost falls off the gangplank again. But this time, as you leave, Laurentius says to the two of you, "My friends will be staying in the, I believe it's the Drunken Sailor. We'll see you there."
Sounds good. That's where we're staying too.
Excellent. Wonderful. Bye-bye. He waves to you as he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
I acknowledge him with a wave of my own, since doing otherwise would be rude.
Mm-hmm. I can't wave my arms because my bones are all nasty and shit. I don't want to scare the children.
And while you're doing this, Doxson is looking at you contemplatively. So you can breathe water now, right?
Yeah, totally.
What about whiskey? Could you breathe whiskey?
I'm willing to find out.
I'll be right back. He runs off.
That's amazing.
The captain seems confused, but he turns and speaks to you. Well, we're unloading the boat, eh? So it'll be a while before we get everything done with. You want us to take you somewhere? If we take you to the Drunken Sailor, I'm sure the guild representatives around will come and give you your payment. A substantial bonus for driving off that creature, of course.
Ooh, really? Gonna put in the good word for us, eh?
Aye, for your troubles at the very least. And he gives you a wink.
Well then, absolutely. Just wondering, where do you think most of the children hang out at?
Excuse me?
I was thinking, like I could just be like a barrel monster that sits around and just spooks kids. It kind of seems kind of fun to me.
You could try over by the edge of the docks where the kids like to hang out and fish.
Just put me up in front of the Drunken Sailor. I'll just scare drunk people.
If you please.
Oh, I do.
He has two of his sailors carry you off to the Drunken Sailor.
And I'm going, onward!
Seem annoyed because you're quite heavy, but they carry you anyways.
Okay.
Is there a way that we could, cap the barrel?
Yeah, the barrel lids are dangling off the side, held by ropes.
Don't even think about it.
I'm really thinking about it.
You come close to me and I'll spit water on you and you'll have the fucking water raids, alright? That's what I thought.
Was that?
Nothing. What happens next?
Sorry, somebody was yelling at me. All right. So what's happening with Braun? He's getting carried off as well. Right now, he's still sitting on the docks.
Ryan, you there? I guess Ryan is also getting yelled at.
Sorry, wife thing.
Told you.
It was exactly right. So what's the question? Sorry.
What do you
Grin,
want to be doing?
Grin has been hauled off to somewhere else. Yeah, what do you want to do?
He's been hauled off for what? Just
To the drunken sailor. Yeah. I'm going to sit in the barrel and like slouch down, and people walk close. I'm going to jump out and go like that.
So we haven't been healed yet. It's been less than a day to get back.
Yeah, we're still waiting for Magnus.
Well, I guess I'll see if I can get hauled off too. I can't really do much outside this barrel unless I guess I could get out, run 10 minutes, and then jump back in. Or just put water on me or something. I don't know.
I'm going to stay in the barrel. Barrel life for life.
Because I can carry my own barrel. I'm pretty strong, so I could just walk and carry my
It's
barrel
like
and jump in
got
every once
holes
in a while.
in it.
Yeah.
We need
No, I
to,
mean, I can
make
get
them
out,
like one of
I can
those.
get-
Yeah, I know what
I-
you mean.
All right. So that's
We
what
should
I'll
get
do.
them
I'll
like
just
we
sit
could
there.
just like make a dive suit. We just need to make a dive suit filled with water. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So is that what you're gonna do? You're just gonna walk around hauling your barrel?
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I don't want
All
to
right.
rely on anybody else.
You walk
gonna be
around
weird
bringing
about
your
it.
barrel with you. How do you guys feel about wrapping it up right there? I don't want to get you into anything else now.
Totally fine with me.
It's good. I'm getting some aggro right now. So
I figured as much. I'm getting aggro as well, but mostly
Yeah.
from my dog.
All right.
Alrighty. Good session.
Next week is absolutely not good for you guys. Can't do it.
no way I will be in New Orleans.
Yeah,
That's
same.
unfortunate.
Fair enough.
But I mean, it's cool.
Having business meetings because that's fun.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad I was able to make it this week then, because I didn't have to wait 2 weeks.
Excellent. All right. In that case, I'll see you guys the week after this next one.
All right. See
All
you
right then.
Thanks
Ciao.
everybody for joining.
Later, guys.
Be back in 2 weeks for this, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.
All right.